Pace car is off. We're ready to go racing here in Dover. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Hendrick Motorsports on the front row. 100 laps, a little bit less than usual. We had some complications, which is why we have less laps done this one around. We are underway, though, joined by Fast Click Live up here in the booth on Twitch as usual. Stages 25, 25, 50, and there will be a green flag necessary pit stop in that third and final stage. Chase Elliott leads the way down this back straightaway. Jay, we are here, the Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware. Very fun racetrack, a very physical racetrack on these NASCAR Cup Series drivers. Maybe one of the most physical tracks on the calendar, and we see Chase Elliott off to an early lead, bringing that number 1 of Ross Chastain with him into second place.
First two cars are broken away, single file. It's still side by side for pretty much the rest of the field. Gary, a little bit of 3 wide back there. Tyler Reddick, it looks like, with the 10 of Almirola. Almost close to contact between those two, but still everybody going well 3 wide. There goes Reddick on the outside now of Busher. Busher in the middle right there was actually the slowest one, Gary. The inside, the outside lane.
Oh my God.
Moving the fastest there. They go morphing into each other. That should have been a crash. They got away with it once again.
He has been running. I see some separation in the background. I'm wondering if there's a caution now. Yes,
Oh,
already we have, yes, the 17 of Busher with an accident there. The caution flies early. I think I saw the 45 a little bit off the pace as well, and you see damage on the right side. So here's the look at why we're under yellow, and well, we talked about cars morphing. That's kind of what causes it there. You see the 17 and the 45, they end up coming together, crashing into the outside wall. I believe they're both going to be able to continue, but that 17 takes some damage on both sides of the car. So we're ready to go back green. You see Austin Cindric now out in front. Everybody, Chase Elliott on forward, stayed on the racetrack. So Elliott on back has come into the pit lane. Now, Jay, not a lot of laps to work with here in these stages now due to the technical errors we had earlier setting up a shorter race. So it maybe isn't that bad of an idea for these drivers to stay out here and then hang on to the end of lap 25. And Austin Cindric, last week's winner, well, you've now got a win and you're locked in the playoffs.
This is a fantastic spot for him to be. He goes to the inside for the lead, Gary. Daniel Suarez is going to take this thing away from Austin Cindric. I think he looks a lot faster than this 2 car right now.
And don't forget, Daniel Suarez has 2 stage wins this season, so that would be a third one for him. Chase Elliott in the background was briefly looking towards the inside line. I saw on that 45, didn't make anything happen. Cindric down to second, maybe down to third, because here comes Joey Logano. Logano already locked in, of course.
Chase Elliott started to make up a couple of those spots, Gary, but obviously not enough for the 9 car in the stage number 1.
And Daniel Suarez, sure enough, coming through turn 4, is going to win his 3rd stage of the season over Logano. Kyle Busch with some much-needed 9 points right there. The final stage point is going to go to the 14 of Briscoe. Reddick dropped like a rock right at the end of the stage, and that is going to wrap it up.
I think gained anything this year.
But Larson loses quite a bit there, and the 20 and the 12 both also will lose a very large amount of track position. Here's Chastain, and why he's out of the race right here. Watch this. He's going to plow into the back of the 20 right there. The 20 stops, really awkward, and then that happens right there. We were wondering why the 20 spent so much time in the pits, and then he hits the 2 of Cindric in the process. Daniel Suarez leading the field back to the green flag here in stage number 2, which will conclude the end of lap 50. Immediately, Bubba Wallace is going to bring Kyle Busch to the inside there of Noah Gragson, your Circuit of the Americas winner. Look at that, Jay. They catch Suarez off guard, and here comes Chase Elliott, but Cindric is going to go and try to take the lead.
Chase Elliott with that fantastic pit stop right there, Gary. Normally we see the 9 car lose spots on the pit stop, but that time the Hendrick crew is able to get Chase Elliott some spots, and he goes to the inside of Austin Cindric for the lead. Suarez up on the outside loses a lot of spots. There goes Chase Elliott now putting Cindric up to the outside, but able to hold on so far. But there goes Chase Elliott now to the inside. Got a quarter panel on him. Still there is Cindric, but Chase Elliott, I mean, cleared him pretty much easily right there, Gary. Obviously, this 9 car has a ton of speed, helped to be on the inside lane right there.
There's Almirola going to get to pass the 99, and now he says, hold on, I'm going to go try and pass the 3 of Austin Dillon. We are rolling through the laps very quickly here in stage 2. We are approaching 11 laps to go, and Suarez continues to fall. Can you guess there's only 2 drivers in this field that do not have a top 10 this season? Can you guess who they are? Even though you literally have the points on your phone.
I do have the points, but I'm not going to look at them. I'm going to guess one of them is maybe Kyle Busch, considering how far back he is in points. And the other one, I was going to guess Ty Dillon, but Ty Dillon's actually
That's
really
correct.
well. Is correct. Really?
And I was surprised because Ty Dillon, this is really a very surprising statistic. Ty Dillon is dead last in the standings. However, we have seen him at points throughout races run really good. But They just haven't had the finishes. And the other one is Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has had no top 10s this season. So obviously,
not looking. Bubba Wallace is close enough going into turn number 3.
down the back straightaway, Chase Elliott. It's been a winless season for Chase Elliott so far. He's won one stage, however, and it's about to be 2 as he exits turn 4 here in Dover. Chase Elliott wins stage number 2 over Bubba Wallace now, as we are quickly finding out how important it can be to, of course, win the race out of the pit lane. And
them at all. I was going to mention how Chase Elliott had that really good pit stop, Gary, where he gained spots. That's not a thing we normally see for the 9 car, but I think one thing that might help him is literally every other box is getting slammed as they pit, and Chase Elliott has the advantage of being in that first box.
And Bubba Wallace ain't even going yet, so that's not going to be good. Elliott wins the race out of the pit lane. He's barely in the frame. That's how good of a stop they had. Kyle Larson's going to be a tad bit slow there. Bubba Wallace, is he going yet? No, Bubba Wallace is not even going. So we did all that hype up on the 23 of Bubba Wallace, and now he is just rolling out of the pit. So obviously a miracle will be needed there, but that's just been the kind of the story of Bubba Wallace's season. Chase Elliott out in front. Second stage win of the season here in Dover as we're back underway. It is 46 to go. In the background, we see something similar to what we saw in stage 2. A couple cars dive to the inside. This time, it's Logano and Austin Cindric. And Jay, they can really make that work. We saw it work in stage 2, and there they go, leapfrogging the 14. And now Cindric, he's going to go for a second one, maybe on his teammate of Logano.
Logano did it to Briscoe. Now Cindric might be doing it to Logano, but Logano was able to actually stay clear ahead of his teammate of the 2-car, Gary, from last week. Cindric has looked really good this season. Now he gets put up to the high side, though, by the 34 McDowell. So there goes Cindric slipping up to the high side. They've done that so far this season. Dover, a place like you mentioned, there's a caution. That's what we're going to mention right now. There's a yellow out on the track. We've had a crash somewhere. I think it's in the back of the field. Ty Gibbs in the pit lane with major damage.
Here we go, under yellow now. Bubba Wallace 3 wide with Priest and Keselowski. It's really close right there, and the 7, the 41, 6 kind of come together. It's hard to tell if the 23 played a role in that or not. And then Gibbs, big hit there, the 20 as well. The track got practically blocked there for a couple of moments, and that's going to bring out the second yellow of the day. Kevin Harvick out front. Now we saw a couple more cars pit, or quite a few more cars pit actually on the second go around. So basically the 20 car on up stayed out, but Jay, we saw the 20 in an accident, and you see the result of that immediately. That is going to cause havoc for this field.
Not as slow as we've seen some others being when they stay on the racetrack, Gary, but slow enough to hold up our leaders right there. And Hamlin, for some reason, decided to stay behind his teammate. That's going to slow him up a little bit. We were just talking about how Hamlin hasn't had a contention, or hasn't been in contention for a win yet this year, and that's going to hurt him even more right there, being to the being right behind the 20. And Truex, another teammate of the 20, also goes behind him as well. Joe Gibbs' car is truly sticking together, Gary. There's Chase Elliott, actually.
He got past
on the outside lane and getting past.
Yes, and that 9, who looked to be the fastest car, just got overtaken by the couple of cars that pitted with them, the 8 and the 2. Suarez, your stage 1 winner, down to 29th place. He was one of the drivers that pitted on that second go-around. Truex and Bowman as well, I believe, were a part of that now. And
we've also seen this before as well with lap cars getting in the way. There goes Kevin Harvick by his teammate Ryan Preece, and Austin Dillon looking to get by as well. Austin Dillon's moved up into second place, Gary. Don't know how he missed that, but he's up in a second now and is closing in on Kevin Harvick as well. This 3 car is absolutely moving.
Byron's gotten past the 10, so that moves him up into third. Larson is trying to run down that 10 that seems to clearly be fading down the order.
Drivers who have not pitted yet, pit. We'll learn the strategy they're going to take, and then Austin Dillon might be saying he's pitting on the front stretch. That was a bit of a weird maneuver there.
He's lost time
as well, and that allowed the 24. Yeah, that allowed the 24 to close right in. Austin Dillon just lost a ton of time right there to the 4 of Harvick. Maybe he's getting close to out of fuel. Let's wait and see if he pits right here.
This could be big. This could be smart, though. He's going to pit before anybody else. I mean, if everybody has to pit, this might be the best move of the race. I would expect Harvick by the time Harvick's now in. He's already exiting.
Austin Dillon is gone, though.
Yeah, look at that. That 3 car is already rolling, and it's not even a contest. Not a single driver's close to him. There's Larson. There's the 10 of Eric Almirola. Now, actually, the 4 of Harvick, if I'm not mistaken, this is the battle for the position on the 3 right here, if I'm not mistaken, Jay. So he's actually going to probably come out in front of this battle.
Yeah, okay. I thought that perhaps that Austin Dillon
got
out in front of him way ahead, but
did he do something
maybe Harvick
different?
only took 2 tires.
I don't know. That 3's still close.
Nowhere close to this. He's coming now.
Suarez is still staying out.
Stays out,
and that's going to be 4 laps to go at the line.
Now 1 lap to go, 3/10 between the 4 and the 3. Right now it looks like nothing doing for Austin Dillon through 1 for the final time today in Dover. Still a 3/10 gap. Austin Dillon not getting any closer to this 4 car. He would need to be on the back bumper right now going down this back straightaway for the final time in Dover. Still, Gary, 3/10 between them. Nothing going for the 3 car of Austin Dillon.
Harvick out of turn 4. Wins for the first time this season in his final season in Dover, and it's Austin Dillon. It's two KBM, two RCR drivers inside the top 5. Kyle Busch with his first top 10 of the year, and it's a top 5 on top of that. Austin Cindric, another top 5 for him as well. That will put him maybe ahead of Larson in the top 5 stat, but not in the top 10. So Larson ends in the top 10 there. Daniel Suarez went the furthest of anybody, ends up in 13th place, and that was your stage 1 winner as well. Bubba Wallace